Hola familia, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos de nuevo al canal y vamos a seguir con la aventura de Robocop Royal City. Vamos a ello, parte número 8. Pues esa gran dura batalla contra el ED-209S. La verdad que ha sido una batalla bastante dura. Vamos a ver lo que pasa aquí. Hay mucho
You all know the
revuelo.
procedure by now. Officer Cecil will gather Briggs' belongings and deliver them to the family. They asked for a small funeral, so I expect everyone to give the family space.
Briggs was one of us. We should at least do something to honor him.
Best thing we can do is get those butchers that did this to him. I want to see everyone in the briefing room in 10 minutes. Now back to work.
Hey, Murphy. You've been to the hospital, haven't you? How's Lewis?
Unconscious, but stable.
She'll pull through. I'm sure of it.
It's time to hold OCP accountable. This can't keep happening.
Relax, Kaplan.
He's not wrong.
How many more of us have to end up in the hospital or a morgue before we do something?
It's like Sarge said, we need to get the guy who did it. So maybe let's... Speaking of which, there's someone who might know something. There's a guy in the jail that wants to talk to you, Robo. See you later in the briefing room.
Welcome back, Robo. You have a minute? First of all, I wanted to say I'm sorry that I hesitated back at that steel mill. I already filed a report on the incident and
Fucking rad.
as I was writing it, I'd noticed a lot of opportunities to better myself. But considering that was our first mission together, it wasn't...
You helped plenty.
Still a long way to go. I've been getting to know different aspects of being a cop, and there's one thing that I keep underperforming. Would you mind showing me how...
Yes, practice make...
You want to go now? I love the smell of this room. Should we start? First, I want to watch you practice. Can I come in? I can't help myself. That was awesome.
We're not done yet.
This has to be some sort of record.
Not.
I took so many notes.
Next time, do it quietly. Eliminate distractions. Being overeager is one of them.
So that's the actual lesson. Now I get it.
Is your service weapon properly prepared?
I was issued this old gun and serviced it according to the manual.
I will try it out.
Sure thing. There you go. Huh. Is everything okay?
Your service weapon is broken.
I calibrated it. I did everything the manual said.
It is beyond repair. They must have issued it to you by mistake.
Huh. I don't think that's entirely true. Other cops give me a hard time because Mr. Becker hired me to monitor you. But I guess that's the way it has to be.
A cop must be ready. Get a different gun.
Sure. Thank you, Robo.
There's my favorite law enforcement.
Why are you in this cell?
I come here to think sometimes, and the food is better than in the soup kitchen.
Lo tuyo es vivir del
That
cuento.
is called freeloading.
If it's free, I'll take it. But seriously, I was hoping to see you. I heard what happened to Briggs. After everything he did for me, I'll do whatever I can to help you catch that Wendell guy. He seems pretty good at pitting people against each other. Maybe I'll find some of his
It could be dangerous.
You kidding? On the streets, I'm a samurai. Well, with Briggs dead, it probably makes me more of a...
You are not a Ronin.
Yeah, okay. Just remember, if you...
Not again. Why am I always the one that has to do it? It's not fair.
What is it, officer?
Huh? I didn't realize I was talking out loud. It's just that I need to hang Briggs's picture on the memorial wall. It's just a lot. All you have to do is find Briggs's photo in the database. Just make sure to hang it straight.
Pues nada, ya tenemos la foto imprimida aquí.
In other news, Mayor Kuzak suffers another humiliation during his mayoral campaign. The hats that he gave away to the homeless citizens of Detroit seem to have another application. They turn into balaclavas that are now commonly used to protect the identity of liquor store robbers. As a result, we've seen an unprecedented spike in crime.
They are deliberately making me look like a fool.
Thanks, Murphy. I still need to go get his stuff, so, I'm gonna...
Sí, pero el sueldo tuyo me lo voy a cobrar este mes, yo. Madre mía. Un recadero aquí de la leche. Vale, está todo, ¿no? Sí.
You can put everything in the box. I'll make sure his family get... I usually do all of this alone, and it doesn't get any easier no matter how many times I do it. But having you share this responsibility with me, it actually helped. Thank you, Murphy.
Vale, tenemos un puntito de habilidad.
Thanks to Robocop's insubordination, we finally have something concrete.
At your service.
Wendell Antonowski struck a deal with the street vultures at Highland Park.
A place where, for some reason, we weren't supposed to go.
Be that as it may, we're on the lookout for anyone from this biker gang. We also know what he's looking for.
Yeah, dead bodies.
Dead bodies whose brains are still intact, to be precise.
Wow, that's even more messed up. Why would he need them?
We'll get to the whys, but for now we need to focus on catching Spike. He's our connection to Wendell Antonowski. Since they know we're onto them, I'm expecting them to be in hiding.
They're not hiding. Put on Channel 9.
What in the hell?
I repeat, OCP Bank is being robbed by the notorious street vultures. We'll keep trying to get closer for a better view.
All right, everyone pack up. I want you all to be at SWAT's disposal.
Sergeant, am I back on the case?
I don't think Becker will give me grief if I let you go save OCP's money. You're reinstated. Everyone, move out!
Oh, look at that. One of the cops was actually bothered to show up. No need, SWAT's got it covered.
What is the situation?
Vultures came up with the great idea of robbing the OCP bank. They've got hostages, and they claim there's a bomb. They must be crazy to think that OCP will just let them leave with their money.
Was there any sighting of Spike?
Not yet. But I'm sure they wouldn't pull such a stunt without their leader.
What is the plan?
Let me make this clear. It's SWAT's plan. You're no part of it.
Then you are going to need a new plan.
With this buggy brain of yours, you think you still remember how to put the heat on them scumbags?
I prefer to serve justice cold.
A ver,
Let's see who tags them all first.
Let's show the metal friend how it's done, boys. That's it! You can't fall behind! Advance! Advance!
Entrance clear.
Well done. Robocop, open the gate for the N209 units. We'll secure the area.
out to be quite intense. Ed 209's behaving themselves?
So far, so good.
You should be heading towards the vault. It's through the office area. There's an armored gate in lockdown mode in front of you. Find a way to get past it. Try finding the weakest spot in the wall around the gate and breach through that.
Come on, boys. Suspect is down! Take him down! Keep moving! Our line of work is about the team, not the tech.
Vale, hay algo más por aquí. Ah, mira, había uno de esos ahí, pero bueno, ya lo he recuperado. Vamos a ver si hay algo más por aquí. Nada. No hay más nada, hemos eliminado todos los malos.
Robocop, I've received information that the bank manager is held hostage in the vault.
Where exactly is it?
Find the manager's office, and we'll go from there. It's at the far end of the office area.
Your presence here is unauthorized.
So is depriving thousands of people of a roof over their heads. But OCP doesn't seem to mind that.
Explain.
Delta City. A heaven on earth that OCP plans to build in place of old Detroit? A city of the future where there is no crime or poverty. Do you believe the commercials?
I'm working on the no crime part.
Then OCP may become the object of your attention soon. In order to create Delta City, OCP must first get rid of people who live in old Detroit. Now that's a topic I'd rather do a story on than you glitching. OCP offered these people investment in the project. The value of their property would cover the cost of entering the business. The later gains will far outweigh the cost, supposedly.
You do not believe that.
It's OCP. There must be a catch, and I think I found it. The documents say something about additional costs. I believe that's a loophole that OCP placed in order to scam people out of their homes.
That is only suspicion.
And I need time to prove that my suspicion is true. Time and some of these documents I found. If you detain me, the SWAT jerks will requisition them.
You can go, but if you continue to disobey the law, you will be detained.
Maybe I should have treated you more like a police officer than OCP's property. Anyway, the city owes you. And I owe you too.
I can see you've reached the manager's office. Great. Now look for a switch that unlocks the doors that lead to the vault. If I was a bank manager, I would probably ask for that switch to be installed somewhere around my desk.
No hay más nada aquí.
Now, take the doors behind the desk and turn left. The way to the vault should be open now.
Estoy en el mismo sitio.
I will not contribute to depriving my grateful employer of his hard-earned savings.
We're opening this vault with or without your help, you old nut job.
Robocop! I knew our founder would send his best.
We're not done yet.
Mr. Becker, you're still alive.
I only played dead so I didn't end up like you, with a bomb strapped to my body.
Robocop, you have to defuse it. The explosion could cause the company enormous losses.
An opportunity for an ambition.
I'll be watching you.
Officer Washington, I am looking at a ticking bomb.
A bomb?
There is no time. I will need your...
Gosh, I mean, I'll do my best. First aid, kidnapping...
Are you looking for a bomb diffusing chapter in the...
Found it! First rule. Call... Okay.
It is a C4 explosive and seems to be homemade.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect from the street vultures.
Cables lead to the fuse.
Does the fuse appear to be electronic?
Affirmative. 4 connectors with different voltage.
What's the highest voltage?
24 volts. 4 cables, green, 2 reds, and blue.
4 cables? Okay. So they used this kind of bomb before. According to the diagram, you should detach 3 cables. Start from the one with the highest voltage, then proceed down one at a time to the one with the lowest voltage.
There are 2 different color 12-volt cables. Which one do I detach first?
Okay, maybe this isn't the time, but I'm covered.
Based on my engineering database, I have determined that the order of detaching the 12-volt cables is irrelevant.
So you knew all along?
I thought you may learn something here.
Okay, then start with the 24-volt connector, then proceed to detach the 12-volt cables.
Está mal traducido, tío. Es el de 12. Es el de 6. O sea, tiene que ser de menor a menor.
I will not contribute to depriving my grateful employer of his... Robocop!
Bueno, vamos a pasar esto. Ya lo vamos a ver yo ya. Lo bueno es eso, que puede pasar rápido los diálogos.
Cables lead to the fuse.
Does the fuse appear to be electronic?
Affirmative.
Está mal traducido, tío. Es el 6,
Four
luego el
connectors,
24.
different voltage.
What's the highest voltage?
24 volts. 4 cables, green, 2 reds, and blue.
4 cables? Got it.
It is a C4 explosive and seems to be homemade.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect.
Pero claro, él es daltónico.
Based on my engineering database,
So you knew
I thought you may...
Okay, then start with the...
Primero 6, luego 24.
It was just a minor incident. Ready to get back to business? 'Cause I need to make a withdrawal. Like, now.
Well, I should really check upstairs.
Nonsense. This is OCP. Money comes first. Now, open the vault.
There you go, sir.
Great. Now out of my way. What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
Our founder has most of our capital tied up in a very ambitious and resource-heavy project.
I can't believe old man's blowing all of OCP's money on Delta City.
Have some respect, young man.
Arnold's back with the money in the next... We're leaving.
You should be proud to work for such a great man.
At this rate, soon there might be no one left to work for him. See what I'm talking about?
I am in pursuit of the remaining fighters. I have followed them into a tunnel.
So that's how they must have gotten here in the first place. It seems they're retreating into the old industrial area. That must be where they're heading their getaway vehicle. You gotta hurry.
A ver, tengo una placa que podría servirme, pero no sé ahora dónde, tío. Pues no, esta placa está está muy bien, ¿eh? O sea, cambio de placa, seleccionar. ¡Oh, sale una moto!
Warehouse nearby. It's the only building with street access in the area, and it's big enough to store their vehicles. It's your best bet to proceed there.
Roger that.
You're gonna be our prey.
Ya, tío. Vale, todas las motos eliminadas. Todas no, falta una. Oh. Había olvidado que podía ralentizar el tiempo. Bueno, ralentizar no, es como una especie de puntería más, mucho más precisa. Este robot tiene de todo. Robocop tiene de todo ahí en el programa. Solo le falta aire acondicionado. ¿Te imaginas? Pues nada, ya parece que hemos eliminado ya por fin los moteros. Quedan unos problemas los dichosos moteros. Y como siempre vamos a indagar la zona. A observar, a ver lo que hay. Siempre hay que ser atentos porque podemos ver cualquier cosa. Mira las motos ahí volando. Este juego necesita un parche pero urgente. Pero no sé, con el presupuesto que le han dado al juego, que bueno, más o menos, pues mira, para el presupuesto que le han dado, que se nota que es un presupuesto bajo, como medianamente decente, no está nada mal lo que se ha conseguido. Ah, no puse. Ah, no puse vitalidad nivel 2. Madre mía, cómo estoy. Ya no quedan muchos miembros de la banda. Se me olvidó cambiar las placas. ¡Oh, oh, 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 oh! ¡Dios! Espera que me recupere un poco. No, hay demasiados ahí, ¿eh? Vale, parece que hemos acabado con los malos. Estuvimos a punto de palmarla, pero parece que al final nos hemos librado. Vamos a ver lo que vemos por arriba. No veo nada, solo veo coberturas y ventaja para disparar desde arriba. Vale, no hay más nada, pues nada.
I am listening, creep.
Robocop!
Why did Wendell Antonowski send you here? This was a suicide mission.
We no longer deal with that arrogant prick. We had an agreement. We held our end of it. And apparently it slipped his mind to pay us for our services. Well, that didn't sit well with us. So now we're out to get what we're owed.
The only thing you are owed is a prison cell.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm a vulture. I need my space. I'll see you around, cop.
There he is! Let's take our pensions.
Before the attack, we all thought our money would be safe at the OCP bank.
Yeah, glad we got Murphy on our team.
I have pertinent information regarding the case.
We'll get to that, Murphy. But right now, it's time for your psych evaluation. Becker will chew my ear off if I don't make sure you take part in it. So go. Dr. Blanche is already waiting in the observation room. Once it's over, join us in the briefing room.
What's the big idea?
Piece of junk taser blew the fuse when I tried to charge it. Robocop, is that you?
I am standing in front of you, Officer O.
OCP skimps on everything. Fired our maintenance guy to reduce their costs. So now we are literally in the dump.
We need to get the power back on.
I am equipped to deal with such situations.
Follow the cables. They should take you to the fuse box.
Vale, parece que los cables siguen abajo.
Detroit's shining beacon of hope.
Thanks for the help, Murphy.
So it wasn't a mistake when they didn't send us insulated gloves.
I'm ready for you, Robo.
Looks like OCP is really cutting costs where it can. God knows what they'll cut next.
All right, let's see what's cooking under...
What's that look supposed to mean?
Hello, Murphy. How do you feel about being acclaimed as a...
I serve the public.
No. Your sense of duty is what drives... I'm sure you'd love to share this accomplishment with Anne Lewis. You've seen...
She is stable.
You cherish that relationship, don't you?
She is.
Just like your family. You're very protective of your past.
OCP cut me off from a...
And how do you view their decision to separate you from them?
They would not want to see me.
Perhaps not. Nevertheless, you still think about them, don't you? What comes to mind? I see. Memories can be painful. Especially when they're connected to the ones you love. They tend to... The thief that broke into my house, he was an addict who'd come over to steal. As you can imagine, my last memory of us together is not a happy one. But despite that,
I do not remember my family.
These feelings, how do they manifest themselves?
As echoes, but OCP sees them as obstacles.
And now you're afraid that they sent me here to convince you they are right?
Did they?
What you need to understand is that regardless of especially now that I understand how important these memories are to you, I think this is a good place to end this session. Thank you for your honor. I've got plenty to think about for now.
Vale, no había puesto lo de la vitalidad.
We are going to build a brand new city where Detroit now stands. Delta City is the only hope that we have.
Yeah, just keep following the road.
But the road ends here.
What was that? Oh, you're breaking up.
Am I? I'm hearing you clearly.
Oh my god, what a lemon.
You two seem to be enjoying yourselves.
Just having a little fun with our...
Don't worry, I'm sure the kid has a sense of humor. It's just a little blue hazing.
You're not going soft on us, are you, Murphy?
Yes. Suspect is in custody. We've got witness statements. We've got physical evidence.
OCP is...
That's what I'm saying. You know that he runs to Becker with a stack of papers every time you two talk, right? He's a rat.
We're just looking out.
All right. The situation at the bank was contained in a relatively smooth fashion. So what did we learn from it?
When it's their money on the line, OCP will send Robocop, the entire SWAT team, and a bunch of Ed 209s that actually work.
Anything else?
Wendell Antonowski no longer deals with the street vultures.
That's right. There's been a rift in their midst, and I want to know why.
Spike has proven to be talkative under suitable conditions.
That's why I want you all to head to the city and do some actual police work. We need to find Spike. The attack on OCP Bank was a desperate move. I'm sure there's plenty of theories floating around. So we need to listen to what the streets are saying to find where the vote...
I know someone versed in street talk.
Talk to him. And, oh, I almost forgot. Murphy, once you're downtown...
Oh, the old man himself? What an honor.
Yeah, he's the closest Detroit has to real-life royalty. Maybe for saving him all that money, he'll knight you or something.
Enough! Head downtown, ask around, and...
Robocop! Over here! You wouldn't want to make the mayor of Detroit wait, would you?
May I help you, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, it's me who's gonna do the helping. You know John Mills, I presume? The OCP puppet who's... I've heard from a reliable source that he's planning to make... Judging by your expressive face, he hasn't talked to you about it yet, huh? What a slimy bastard. Using your image to influence the... But you know that I've always appreciated what you're doing for our city, right?
I am...
Well, let's not get too hasty. I need to go. Campaign, whatever you do, make it clear that you are not siding with Mills. Thanks for the talk, Robocop. Say no to Delta City. Vote for the neighborhoods. Vote for Kuzak.
Robocop is getting a face-to-face with the old man himself? I tell him all about how the OCP is fucking us over.
Hey, Shiny.
You wouldn't.
Got a job for you.
How are you feeling after the incident at the bank?
Who gives a shit? I heard that you're heading to the city. Once you're out there, I want you to check one apartment for me. There's suspicion of domestic terrorism and corporate espionage, so expect a warm welcome.
Should I assume hostility from the suspect?
I assume you'll find sensitive data there. Look for it thoroughly and make sure it comes straight back to my hands. Tenement across the street from the arcade, apartment 12. Now go, I've got to prepare for a meeting. And remember, if you won't take care of it, another cop will have to. Another cop that isn't quite as resistant to deadly surprises as you are.
Pues nada, para el viejo Detroit. Volvemos a las calles del viejo de Detroit. Del viejo Detroit, por supuesto. Y nada, vamos a ver lo que nos espera ahora. Parece que ahora no es de noche, sino de tarde. Y el dueño de la OCP quiere vernos. ¿Tengo otro punto de habilidad? No.
Hey you, the old man is waiting for you upstairs. This entrance to the building is off limits. You have to use the stairs. Just always
¿Y no era mejor no reunirnos en el edificio de la OCP que en este cuchitrí?
The old man's waiting. So, it's true what they say. You do have some kind of defect.
Oh, it's good to see you, my boy. Leave us. I want to talk to him in private. You have to excuse me for not getting up. I'm in a rather unfortunate state.
You did exceptional work at the bank. I want you to know that I am deeply grateful for your service to OCP and the city of Detroit. See, I grew up in this very apartment, or what's left of it. It used to be a thriving neighborhood. Nothing like what you see right now. I always dreamt of turning it into the most prosperous district in the city. A new heart of Detroit. Can you imagine? Or do you think it's just an old fool's pipe dream?
I agree with all city improvement plans that have the citizens' well-being in mind.
Glad to know you approve. Delta City's construction is about to start. Finally, the old and frail will be replaced with the new and strong. Decay and death are terrible things. You lose everything you worked for your entire life. But I don't have to tell you what that's like. It really makes me wonder, has the time you spent in that armor been a burden to you?
The only burden it causes is to criminal scum.
I admire your confidence. The real reason I've summoned you here is because I'm worried. I'm aware of your instability problems, and it's not a matter that we can overlook. That's why I've requested to have people look after you. Tell me, how are you finding your evaluations with Dr. Blanche?
I am happy to comply with any activity that improves effectiveness.
You're a good sport. I can imagine it's not a pleasant experience, but I can't express how much I'd like you to keep at it. I'm sure that becoming a liability is the last thing you'd want. Am I right?
That is correct.
Now we've reached an understanding. Tell me, is there anything I could do to put your mind at ease?
My partner has been severely wounded and is being treated at Gibson Memorial Hospital.
I'll make sure she gets the best care there is.
Thank you.
I have to say, you brought a lot of hope into this old man's heart. Now, excuse me. I'm not supposed to exert myself too much. Doctor's orders. And you can't argue with them. Take care of yourself. After all, the peace of Detroit depends on your well-being.
Pues nada, ya hemos hablado con el viejo. Robocop en la primera parte le salvó la vida de Dick Jones, que fue el villano de la primera parte, bueno, uno de los villanos. Todavía me acuerdo de los nombres, ¿eh? Alguno que otro.
Hey Murphy, are you done with the old man's tea party? Remember to get back in touch with your informer. See if he has any info that could get us back on the biker's lead. Spike is still out there.
Pues nada, volvemos al viejo Detroit.
OCP wants to raise towers and blast.
Pero antes de volver a las calles del viejo Detroit, vamos a hallar un descansito de 10 minutos y volvemos para hacer el siguiente vídeo. ¡Hasta luego!